What if I told you that on our planet there are spiders so strange? They look like they were taken straight out of a science fiction movie. Some have horns, others shine like jewels, and there's even one that dances like a peacock. Today, you'll discover 15 spiders so rare, it's hard to believe they're real. Get ready, because what you're about to see is not for the faint of heart. Number 1. Frilled spider, Pachylopacis australasia. On warm nights in Australia and New Zealand, a creature no bigger than a fingernail hides among the leaves. It doesn't look dangerous, it doesn't even draw much attention, until you take a closer look. It glows as if wearing a necklace from another world. It's not a jewel. It's not an ornament. It's the frilled spider, a being so bizarre it's hard to believe it exists. Its scientific name is Pachylopacis australasia, but among the curious, it's simply known as the one that looks in disguise. It has a rounded, shiny abdomen decorated with bright colors and patterns so perfect that many believe they look hand-painted, as if an artist had carefully enameled it to be displayed in an intergalactic museum. During the day, this tiny spider hides. It doesn't build giant webs nor wait for prey in the center of complex traps. It prefers discretion. It shelters under leaves, away from the sun. But when night falls, it awakens. That's when it shows its full elegance. It moves slowly, almost gracefully. Its frill, that shiny structure surrounding the back of its body, is not just for show. It also confuses predators. Because what looks like a decorated head isn't. Its real face hides behind that psychedelic design. And incredible as it seems, this spider is not venomous to humans. In fact, it doesn't even try to bite. It lives quietly, wearing a carnival disguise that bewilders anyone who stumbles upon it. A living jewel, a tiny mystery, a fragment of another planet, trapped on Earth. Number 2. Peacock spider, Maratus spp. Deep in the Australian landscape, among shrubs and low bushes, a spectacle occurs that few have witnessed. But that looks straight out of a science fiction movie. It's not a bird, it's not a robot, it's a spider. But not just any spider. It's known as the peacock spider, and its name couldn't be more fitting. Belonging to the genus Maratus, this spider measures only a few millimeters, yet what it lacks in size, it makes up for in extravagance. The males are the stars of the show. Their tiny bodies hide a visual secret that only comes to light when it's time to court. That's when they unfurl their abdomens like a multicolored fan. Red, blue, orange, green. The tones shimmer as if a jewel had come alive. But color alone is not enough. It's paired with a dance. Yes, a dance. With quick, perfectly choreographed movements, the spider jumps, spins, raises its front legs, and shakes its body in a hypnotic routine. It does it all to impress the female. It's his one chance. If he fails, she might devour him. Each species of the Maratus genus has its own costume and its own choreography, as if each one belonged to a different civilization, a world where beauty and strategy go hand in hand. What's most surprising is that these spiders are not dangerous to humans, not aggressive. They are, in essence, artists, tiny acrobats of the natural world, using light, color, and rhythm to survive. Unbelievable but true. A spider that dances as if in an alien carnival, under the Australian sun. Number 3. Camel spider, Solifugae. In the most arid deserts on Earth, where the ground's heat can melt the sole of a boot, lives a creature that looks assembled in a secret laboratory. It's not a robot. It's not a movie monster. It's the camel spider. Though in reality, it isn't even a true spider. It belongs to the order Solifugae, a group that shares traits with both spiders and scorpions. And the first thing that grabs attention are its chelicerae, enormous, powerful jaws that look like mechanical cutters from a futuristic nightmare. They have no venom, no webs, but don't underestimate them. The camel spider is a fierce predator. It can reach speeds of up to 10 miles per hour, which, for its size, makes it a true living bullet. It runs, jumps, changes direction as if guided by GPS. Its agility and speed are so extreme that exaggerated myths spread for years about its danger, like claims it could run alongside a human and devour them while they slept. None of that is true. But what is real is its intimidating appearance. Its body seems designed to withstand heat, to move through shadows, to strike with surgical precision. Long segmented legs, eyes like sensors, and an unsettling gait that feels more like a biological drone than a terrestrial animal. They don't sting, but they can bite if threatened. And though their look terrifies many, they play a vital role in desert ecosystems, relentless hunters of insects, spiders, and even small vertebrates. Seeing one up close is like peeking into another world. A dry, hot, dusty world, inhabited by a creature that doesn't seem to belong on planet Earth. Number 4. Ogre spider, Dinopis species. When night falls and the world sinks into shadows, a silent figure stirs. Motionless, with eyes wide open. So large, so round, they look like living lanterns. This is no ordinary animal. It's the ogre spider, a nocturnal creature that seems torn from a futuristic horror film. Its scientific name belongs to the genus Dinopis, and the first thing that shocks on sight are its eyes. 2 enormous black orbs that make it look more alien than earthly. They're so sensitive, they allow it to hunt even in absolute darkness, as if it had built-in night vision. But its gaze isn't its only weapon. The ogre spider has developed a hunting technique unique among its relatives. It crafts a small elastic net, which it holds in its front legs, and waits. Suspended, tense, calculating, like a living trap. When an unsuspecting insect passes by, it launches the net in a fraction of a second, wrapping its prey with surgical precision. It doesn't need to run. It doesn't need to chase. It hunts like a patient predator who has perfected the art of ambush. Its elongated body and slender legs may not intimidate at first glance, until you see it in action. Then you understand why it's called ogre. Not for its size, but for its method. Unexpected, ingenious, and deadly. Unlike other spiders, it doesn't build large webs or hang from branches. This silent hunter depends on darkness and its millimetric skill to survive. Watching it hunt is like witnessing a scene that doesn't quite fit the logic of the natural world. A creature lurking with a net in its hands, eyes from another realm, and a strategy worthy of an interplanetary predator. 5. Polka dot spider, Gasteracantha cancriformis. In the sunny corners of the Americas and the Caribbean, among branches and shrubs, lives a creature that looks more like a jewel than an animal. It doesn't crawl away or hide. On the contrary, it shows itself proudly, as if it knows that nothing else in nature resembles it. It's the polka dot spider, also known as Gasteracantha cancriformis, and its appearance defies all expectations. Imagine a mix between a spider and a tiny crab with colorful armor. Now add perfectly rounded black spots on a background that can be white, red, yellow, or even green, as if painted by hand with an artist's precision. Its back looks like a decorated shield, and it's not just ornament, it's natural defense. Its flattened, spiny body helps deter predators, making it appear more dangerous than it really is. But don't be fooled by its alien insect looks. This spider is completely harmless to humans. It doesn't bite, it doesn't sting, it doesn't run. It prefers to hang quietly from its web, which it usually builds between shrubs and low trees, patiently waiting for an insect to fly straight into its trap. The curious thing is that, despite its flashy appearance, it hardly moves at all. This species relies on patience, visual camouflage, and a healthy dose of natural extravagance. It's hard to look at the polka dot spider and not think of it as a living work of art. Its shape, its colors, its symmetrical spots. Everything looks like part of a design that shouldn't exist on Earth. But it does. And there it hangs, suspended between invisible threads, defying the laws of natural aesthetics with every centimeter of its tiny armored body. 6. Spiny spider of Sri Lanka, Poecilopachys verrucosa. Deep within the tropical gardens of Sri Lanka, among damp leaves and silent branches, dwells a creature that looks more like a relic fallen from the sky than a living being. It glimmers, it shines, and at the same time, it intimidates. It's the spiny spider of Sri Lanka, known as Poecilopachys verrucosa, and if there was ever a spider that looked designed by a jeweler from another planet, this is it. Its body is small but imposing. From its abdomen protrude hard, symmetrical spines, as if it wore armor made of crystal and metal. Between them, its surface gleams in golden, reddish, or green tones, depending on the angle, the light, the time of day. Some say it looks like a living jewel, others like a mythical creature from another world. But this beauty serves a purpose: defense. The spines deter predators, and its shining body can confuse anything that gets too close. It doesn't attack. It isn't aggressive. Its strategy is simple. Looks so strange, so unappetizing that nothing dares to touch it. The spiny spider of Sri Lanka builds round, perfectly organized webs, almost like mandalas floating in the air. It stays still at the center, waiting. It doesn't need to move much. Its presence says it all. What's most fascinating is how it combines opposites: spines and shine, defense and beauty, threat and art. It's a contradiction on legs, a living sculpture. And while many might think it belongs in a science fiction story, the truth is this creature exists. It lives among us, silent, hanging from an invisible thread, as if waiting for someone to finally recognize it for what it truly is: an alien wonder trapped on Earth. 7. Pink-haired spider, Theraphosa apophysis. In the depths of the South American jungles, where the humidity hangs like fog and the earth pulses with life, walks a creature that looks born of a forgotten experiment, or another planet. It is known as the pink-haired spider, with the scientific name Theraphosa apophysis. But don't let that elegant name fool you. This is one of the largest tarantulas in the world. From the tip of one leg to the other, it can span more than 10 inches, the size of a dinner plate. But what truly makes it unique isn't its size, it's its color. Its entire body is covered in a dense layer of hairs that under the light take on a pale pink hue. Not a bright or artificial pink, but a subtle, almost ethereal tint, making it look like a creature designed to walk on the surface of another world. Its legs are thick, powerful, and as it moves, they produce a faint crunch over the vegetation. It isn't fast, but it doesn't need to be. Its presence commands respect. It hunts at night, silently, waiting in the darkness for small mammals, insects, or even other spiders to cross its path. Despite its size and fearsome appearance, it isn't lethal to humans. Its bite can be painful, yes, but not dangerous. What it can do is release tiny urticating hairs when threatened, like an invisible cloud of natural defense. Many fear it, others admire it, but no one can deny its rarity. Watching it slowly advance through the leaves, with its ghostly silhouette and impossible pink tone, is like seeing an ambassador from a planet where nature took a different and more astonishing path. 8. Demon horned spider, Macrocantha arcuata. Deep in the tropical forests of Southeast Asia, something hides among the branches. It doesn't move much. It doesn't need to. Because just one look, and the message is clear. Don't come closer. It's the demon-horned spider, scientifically known as Macrocantha arcuata. And if you've ever imagined what a miniature alien spaceship would look like, with a threatening and perfect design, this spider is the closest you'll see on Earth. Its body is small but striking, flattened, shiny, almost geometric. But the most unsettling features are the two enormous spines jutting out from either side of its abdomen. Long, thin, curved, like the horns of a mythical beast, or the antennas of an extraterrestrial device. These structures are not ornamental, they are its defense. They make it look bigger, more dangerous, harder to swallow. Because in the jungle, where anything can be predator or prey, appearance is everything. What's most fascinating is its symmetry. Seen from above, it looks like an ancient shield, decorated with millimetric precision. Some even display red, black, or orange patterns on a metallic background, reinforcing the sense that this is no earthly being. And although its appearance is intimidating, this spider is completely harmless to humans. It doesn't bite, doesn't run, doesn't attack. It simply hangs from its perfectly woven web, like a threatening jewel suspended among the trees. Its exaggerated, improbable form has baffled scientists and enthusiasts alike, because it doesn't seem shaped by evolution, but designed by something or someone with a very different aesthetic. A creature that looks more like a living warning than a simple animal. A reminder that nature sometimes creates things that even science fiction wouldn't dare to imagine. 9. Blue-tailed scorpion spider, Hersilia species. On the tree trunks of tropical Africa and Southeast Asia moves a ghostly, lightning-fast figure. At first glance, one might think it's a tiny scorpion, but a second look reveals one of the strangest spiders on the planet. It's the blue-tailed scorpion spider, of the genus Hersilia, and its name says it all. Almost. Its body is elongated, lightweight, perfectly adapted to moving across tree bark with an agility that seems supernatural. But what truly sets it apart are the two structures extending from the tip of its abdomen, so long and thin they resemble a segmented tail. That tail isn't for stinging though, it's for spinning silk, and when it goes into action, the show begins. It doesn't build traditional webs. It doesn't wait patiently in a corner. This spider is an active hunter. When it detects prey, it moves with astonishing speed in circles around it, releasing silk as it runs. The prey, disoriented, is trapped within seconds, wrapped in invisible threads closing in from every direction. It all happens in silence. No leaps, no violent ambushes, just speed, precision, and silk. Camouflage is another of its secrets. Its body blends with the bark, adopting patterns and colors that make it nearly invisible to the naked eye. It could be right in front of you, and you wouldn't notice, until it moves. The blue-tailed scorpion spider feels like a fusion of two worlds, the lethal elegance of a scorpion and the enveloping strategy of a spider, a combination that shouldn't exist, but nature, in its endless creativity, brought to life. As if someone had merged two species to create the perfect and silent hunter. 10. Globos jumping spider, Theania pamoensis. In the gardens and fields of Southeast Asia, where the sun glimmers on the leaves, hides a tiny creature that shines like a living jewel. It doesn't need camouflage. It doesn't want to go unnoticed. It wants to be seen and feared. It is the globos jumping spider, scientifically known as Theania pamoensis, and its appearance is as extraordinary as its attitude. Its compact gleaming body looks forged from liquid metal. Under the light, its colors shift: emerald green, electric blue, deep purple. There's no single fixed shade. Every angle reveals a new facet, as if it were wearing alien chrome armor. But the most striking thing is not its shine, it's its character. These spiders are intensely territorial. They don't tolerate the presence of others of their kind. When two meet, a ritual begins that looks like it belongs in a microscopic coliseum. They size each other up, watch, raise their front legs, and if neither backs down, they lunge at one another in swift, precise battles. It's not a chaotic brawl. It's a calculated dance, a display of strength and strategy reminiscent of gladiator duels. Despite its tiny size, the globos jumping spider has excellent vision. Its forward-facing eyes are so powerful, they can detect even the slightest movements from afar. And like any good jumping spider, it can launch itself into the air with full control, using silk as a safety line. It isn't venomous, it isn't dangerous to humans, but in its world, it is a brilliant warrior, a sentinel of its territory. Looking at it is like seeing a creature designed for a parallel universe, where beauty and aggression merge into one being. A jewel insect, a chrome fighter, a flash from the other side of the mirror. 11. Bola spider, Mastophora spp. When night falls over the open fields of the Americas, an immobile figure hangs from a lone thread. It doesn't weave giant webs, it doesn't run or jump, but it hunts with a technique so strange. It seems taken from an alien civilization with advanced knowledge of biological traps. This is the bola spider from the genus Mastophora, and its hunting method is unlike any other. Instead of building complex webs, this spider waits suspended in the air with a single tool, a silk thread tipped with a sticky droplet like a tiny ball. And when prey approaches, it throws it, with force, with precision, as if cracking a miniature whip. But that's not all. These spiders have an even stranger trick. They mimic the pheromones released by certain moth species. They chemically reproduce the exact scent these insects use to attract mates. The result? Moths, confused, fly straight toward their predator, thinking they're about to meet a partner, only to end up ensnared by that sticky ball. No web, no escape. The bola spider doesn't need speed or strength. Its strategy is deception, precision, and a marksmanship that feels trained in a secret laboratory. Physically, many of these spiders are small, with bulbous bodies and short legs. They don't look intimidating, but their behavior unsettles. Because they don't just hunt. They manipulate, they seduce, they deceive on a chemical level. It seems impossible that such a tiny being could develop such a complex method. And yet, there it is, every night, swinging its thread, waiting for the next victim to confuse love with death. A creature that doesn't need brute force to dominate, only patience, cunning, and a deadly droplet at the end of a thread. 12. Zebra jumping spider, Salticus senecis. In the sunny corners of gardens, walls, and windows lives a tiny creature that doesn't seem like much, until it stops, turns its body, and stares at you with eyes so big and expressive they look like those of a curious robot. It's the zebra jumping spider, scientifically known as Salticus senecis. Its furry body, covered in black and white stripes, gives it a charming, almost cute appearance, like it's wearing a tiny zebra suit. But don't be fooled by its looks. This little hunter is a specialist in quick movements, precise jumps, and high-quality vision. Unlike many other spiders that rely on touch or vibration, the zebra spider uses sight as its primary tool. And not just any sight. Its huge front eyes give it such good 3D perception. It could rival high-tech cameras. Watch, calculate, jump. That's how it hunts. It doesn't spin webs to catch prey. Instead, it stalks slowly, like a feline, until it's close enough. And then it leaps, trailing a safety silk behind it, like a professional acrobat. Beyond its precision, there's something endearing in its behavior. It seems curious. If you approach, it might watch you, following you with its eyes, as if trying to figure out what you are. This attitude has made it a favorite among insect enthusiasts, and although it looks like a moving toy or a tiny robotic plush, this spider is entirely real. A marvel of nature that blends design, function, and a touch of unexpected charisma. Because sometimes the most extraordinary things aren't in dark corners, but in a window, under the sun, where a tiny furry zebra observes the world with eyes from another planet. 13. Trapdoor spider, Cyclocosmia truncata. Beneath the soil, in warm regions of North America and Asia, exists a creature that seems like an ancient relic, or an artifact left behind by an alien civilization. It isn't a jewel, it isn't a sculpture, it's a spider. But not just any spider. It's the trapdoor spider, known as Cyclocosmia truncata, and its appearance is, without exaggeration, otherworldly. Its most striking feature is its abdomen. It isn't rounded or swollen like most spiders. It's flat, abruptly cut off, as if someone had sealed it with a circular hatch. That door is covered with grooves, rings, and lines that interlace like symbols carved in stone. Some say they resemble ancient runes, others the codes of an alien machine. But this design isn't decorative, it's a defense. The trapdoor spider lives underground. In tunnels it digs with its powerful legs. It spends most of its time hidden, its body facing inward and its flat abdomen plugging the entrance. If a predator tries to enter, it's met with a hard, impenetrable barrier, perfectly fitted into the soil. The spider simply waits, patient, silent. When an unsuspecting prey walks near the tunnel, it bursts out, captures, and vanishes again into the darkness. It is rarely seen, not because it's elusive, but because it has perfected the art of stealth. Its world is the underground, its method, the ambush, its appearance, a flawless blend between mythical creature and forgotten artifact. Seeing it for the first time leaves an indescribable impression. Because it doesn't seem alive, it seems designed, as if someone, somewhere in the universe, had carved a door, and then given it legs. A hidden creature. Mysterious. And so strange, it's hard to believe it shares this planet with us. 14. Lucifer spider, Loxosceles lucifer. In the dark caves of northeastern Brazil, where light barely dares to enter, a creature was discovered that seems to have emerged directly from the underworld. Silent, elusive, and lethal, it bears a name that leaves no room for doubt: the Lucifer spider. Its scientific name is Loxosceles lucifer, and it belongs to the same genus as the infamous recluse spider. But this species, only recently described by science, carries something more: a presence, an atmosphere, an aura so sinister that those who have studied it claim it seems to glow in the dark, not with light, but with the feeling it leaves behind. Its body is small, with dark, muted tones, as if shadow itself had chosen it as permanent camouflage. It needs no ornaments, no flashy colors. Its threat is silent, chemical, and very real. Its venom is highly potent, capable of causing tissue necrosis, intense pain, and severe complications if untreated. It isn't aggressive. It doesn't attack without reason. But when it does, it strikes with a precision and toxicity that fully justify its infernal name. Loxosceles lucifer doesn't weave ornamental webs or hunt in plain sight. It is an ambusher. It hides in cracks, between rocks, in absolute darkness, waiting for prey to come too close. Its strategy is pure stealth. It was discovered not long ago, but its very existence has sparked a mix of fascination and fear. Because it doesn't seem like it belongs here. It doesn't seem of this world, and yet it is among us. A dark, dangerous, almost invisible creature. As if, in some remote corner of the planet, nature had decided to give shape to a legend. With legs, fangs, and a name that burns just to pronounce: Lucifer. 15. Starry sky spider, Argyrodes spp. High up in the quiet corners of the forest, where webs hang like galaxies suspended between branches, lives a creature that doesn't weave its own universe, but inhabits it with silent mastery. It is the starry sky spider from the genus Argyrodes, and its appearance is as fascinating as its way of life. Its body is small, delicate, covered with a shining surface that reflects light as though it wore a suit of tiny mirrors. Depending on how the sun or moon strikes it, it seems dusted with stars. Hence its name. It looks like a fragment of the night sky, concentrated in a creature with slender legs and subtle movements. But what truly makes it special isn't its appearance, but its behavior. This spider doesn't build its own web. It doesn't even hunt on its own. Instead, it is a kleptoparasite, an expert thief. It lives inside the webs of other, much larger and more powerful spiders. It hides at the edges, almost imperceptible, and waits for the perfect moment. When the host captures prey, the Argyrodes glides in with ninja-like elegance, steals part of the catch, and slips away unnoticed. It's like a ghost in the web, a cosmic intruder, a shining infiltrator in a foreign universe. Some even choose specific hosts and specialize in them. They learn their movements, their patterns, their timing, and with infinite patience, they live by stealing, without breaking the balance, because in the natural world, even thieves have a role. The starry sky spider doesn't need strength or speed, only intelligence, stealth, and a body designed to blend with the night. A brilliant reminder that even in silence, there are creatures that survive among shadows. like stars walking on invisible threads.